Hey guys, what's up? So this is part 3 of Blu-ray update of 2012. I'm sorry this is taking longer than I expected, but you know it is when you got things to do. So anyways, let's get to it. All right, let's see. The first one, or continuing from part 2, this next one was I was really excited to see it just because I thought the idea of the movie was cool, and it's a different take on the superhero movie, and you probably know what it is, and it's Chronicle. This is the director's cut, the lost footage edition. I just love how like they name like these editions of movies that are basically it's like one edition, so I don't even know why they have to name it to begin with. But anyways, it was a found footage superhero movie. It was really cool. I did like how it was more realistic in a way, if it's even possible to say. But it had more of a realistic take on it as like what normal kids would probably do if they had powers. Um, the picture quality was good. It was a little short. I kind of wish this was a little longer, and I wish they kind of like jump, like they kind of skip huge moments in the story. Like what should have happened next was like skipped over. I don't want to really mention anything, but there was a lot of things that should have been mentioned in the movie that never got mentioned. I mean, I know it's a found footage film, but I just wish they would have did more with it. But I loved it. I think I saw somebody mention that they were gonna make a sequel. I don't really know why, and I'm kind of pissed. One of the characters dies. I'm not gonna say which one, and I was kind of upset because that one was like my favorite one out of the three. But what can you do? And the one crazy kid in the movie out of the three, he's actually gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie, so that's kind of cool. But this was really cool. I really like this movie a lot. This next one is Wanderlust. I don't know, but I actually really like this movie a lot. I love the cast. I love ensemble cast, and for the most part, you can really never go wrong with Paul Rudd. And the thing is with Paul Rudd, he's not over the top funny. He's not like hilarious or anything, but he just knows how to make every movie. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like he's not hilarious, but you like the guy. You can't and it's like you can't help it. Like you just like him. He's just such a likable person. So he makes every role that much more better. But yeah, it's a funny ensemble cast. A lot of people that you've seen on TV shows and stuff. And who doesn't like Jennifer Aniston? I mean, she is what seems to be in her early 40s, which I don't know how that's possible. I know 40s now is like the new 30, but damn, she doesn't age. She only actually ends up getting better looking with time, which is crazy. And normally Malin Ackerman, who's in this movie as well, who's usually like the hot girl in the movie, Jennifer Aniston's giving her a run for her money, I gotta say. But it wasn't hilarious, but it was funny. So it was good. It was a nice chick flick-ish comedy. This next one was cool. I was also looking forward to this, which is another found footage film, and it's Project X. I shouldn't say found footage. It's just filmed on a kid's camera. Okay, here's the thing. This movie could have been okay. I thought it was good. I liked it. This could have been great, but it wasn't. And what makes it not great is the fact that I feel like it was a great idea, but then they had nothing else. Like, there was nothing else, It's like, oh, let's film them having a party. Oh, but there's really nothing else to it. Like, you see a lot of just camera and people dancing in front of the camera for, like, if you took all those parts out, you'd probably have 20 minutes less of a movie, which kind of sucks, but I do love the idea. I don't know. It was fun. I liked it. It wasn't like the greatest acting or anything. Like these movies are never like that. But the thing is, I love high school movies too. I love like teen movies. I just do, and it was a fun teen movie. I just wish there was more and less of like people dancing and shit. This next one everybody said it was hilarious, and it was funny, but I think I was a little let down. And it's 21 Jump Street. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie was really funny, but everybody was coming on YouTube saying this was like the funniest movie of the year, and maybe I expected too much, but it was, I was slightly let down, but it was still funny. Yeah, it was cool. I dug it. Next is Lockout. This movie I really liked a lot. It was cool. It was a outer space prison action movie, a real throwback to like the Arnold Schwarzenegger early 90s late 80s type of movies, in my opinion. It was fun. Pitch quality was great. Usually it is with Sony. And the one thing I gotta say about this movie, I remember when it came out, I couldn't find this movie anywhere. Like, everywhere I went, for some reason, it wasn't shipped. It wasn't on the truck. And I had to drive to like 3 different Best Buys just to get this one movie. So that was a bit of a letdown. The one gripe I have to say about this movie is Maggie Grace right here, who... she's a looker. She's from Lost and other movies I can't remember. But they jacked up her hair in this movie. Like, there's this one part where he's trying to, totally make her look different because he's trying to, make her look like somebody else. And he cuts her hair and he gives her like this disgusting haircut, and it's black and it just looks horrible. I know it's a small gripe, but I hated that. It's like, why'd you do that? This next movie was amazing. I absolutely love this movie. And I gotta give a shout out to Corey Reviews, because right before I bought this, I watched his review, and he was really into this movie, and he highly recommended it, and I had to go out and get it, and I'm glad I did, and it's amazing. And it's Silent House. This movie is awesome. It was so intense. You felt claustrophobic because the whole movie basically takes place in this house, and how all these things are happening to her in this house, and it's just freaky and creepy, and things happen and you jump. It has a lot of jump scares in it. But the thing I love about this movie is Elizabeth Olsen. This girl can act. This girl is amazing, and it's really surprising that she's actually younger than the Olsen twins. Of course, they're all sisters. She's younger, yet she's so tall. Like, she's much taller than the other two. Like, the two Olsen twins are like 4'11", and this girl's like, she looks like she's like 5'8". But she's very cute, and she's amazing in this movie, and she's actually, from what I've seen, everything that she's been in has been great. So this girl is gonna do some big things, and this movie is definitely a movie to check out. I know a lot of people had some problems with the ending, with the twist or whatever. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. I don't think I predicted the ending, so... but definitely pick that one up. This next one, I actually bought way before this order, because this is an order of all the movies I bought. I bought this earlier, and I still haven't watched it. I'm just going to wait till part 2 comes out on Blu-ray, which is like in a month. And it's Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. What can I say? You guys all know about the Twilight series. You either love it or you hate it. Surprisingly me, I'm in the middle. I think it's okay. I did see the second one in the theater. I thought it was pretty good for the most part up until the ending. Had a cop-out ending. I don't know. I just didn't like the ending. But I had all the other ones, so I have to get this one. This one, it was okay. There's really not much happening in this movie, to be honest. It would have been nice if it would have been one long part, because this is kind of like a jip by, because really nothing happens in this movie till the very end. So I haven't watched it, so I couldn't tell you how good it looks or anything. This next one, I saw in the theater, and I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my favorites out of the entire series, and it's American Reunion. I like that they're all grown up. They all look better now, and I'm not even just talking about the women. I'm just talking about, like, everybody just looks better, more grown up, more, I don't know, everybody acted better in this one. it's over the top, it's funny, it's raunchy, and it's just in my opinion, I had the most fun with this one. And the picture quality was pretty good too in this. Although I do wish, yes, all of these people on the front cover are pretty much featured throughout the entire movie, except for this girl in the middle right here. This girl. She's like in it for like one scene. And that's the problem. The only problem I had with this movie is that, yes, they did bring back everybody, but I liked a lot of the smaller characters, and they were like in one scene and they were gone. That kind of sucked. But overall, probably my favorite out of the entire series, so definitely check that one out. That's a really good comedy. These next couple are older movies that I rebought, had them on DVD and decided to upgrade. After seeing The Dark Knight Rises, I kind of wanted every Christopher Nolan movie on Blu-ray, and I never had this one, and it's Memento. Fantastic movie. And I remember I actually saw this in the theater. That's how old I am. I actually was in, I think, 12th grade, and my friend was like, hey, you gotta see this movie called Memento. I was like, dude, what is this movie about? And I remember the website for the movie was the coolest thing I had ever seen. It was just like, it was so like scary looking, and it's not really a horror movie at all, so it was different. But I thought it was like the coolest movie I'd ever seen at the time, because I'd never seen anything like it. The whole storytelling part of it, how everything's out of order, and the ending is the beginning, and everything that leads up to it goes in backwards. It was fun. And it looks pretty good. I wasn't like blown away by the picture quality, but it was good. It's not my favorite of his. I pretty much like all of his movies, but that one is not my favorite. But what can you do? Total Recall. This is one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. All his movies are entertaining, but this one was like the one that was slightly different. It's not so much focused on being an action movie. It's more of like a sci-fi. And this was one of the first movies that, when you watched it, you were like, did this really happen? This movie could be interpreted this way. The ending could be interpreted that way. Really cool. And it's a Schwarzenegger movie. Picture quality was good. I think it was pretty good. I wasn't blown away, but I remember it being pretty good. This next one is another Christopher Nolan movie, and the funny thing about this movie, I had it on DVD, and I didn't like it all that much on DVD. I thought it was like a little overrated, and I had to get all of his movies, so I was like, okay, this is the last one left. Rewatched it, blown away. It happens every now and then, and it's The Prestige. This was amazing. I don't know, I guess the older you get, the better things get. But man, this movie was so good. When I was done, I had goosebumps. It's another one of those type of movies where you can interpret this way. Some people think this happened. Some people think that happened. Amazing picture quality. And the acting is amazing. Christian Bale is amazing. This next one, everybody owns it, so I really don't have to say much. Hunger Games. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was amazing like everybody else seems to think. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't blown away by it. It was cool. Another one that I had to upgrade, Shaun of the Dead. Probably my favorite Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movie. I'm not the biggest fans of their movies, to be honest. I know I might get a little bit of eyebrow raising for that comment, but I don't know. I just find their humor to be cool. The reason I love it because it's a zombie movie. If there weren't zombies in this and it was just like them kind of hanging out, I don't know if I would really like it as much, because that's kind of most of their movies. Some of their movies, I don't know. I like it because of the zombies. Not the hugest fans of those two guys, but what can you do? Next one I had to get just because everybody else bought it. I like this movie. It's not my favorite movie. And it's Jaws. I know I'm going to get another eyebrow raising for that, but I just... When the movie is going along, when there's some action, it's great, but there's a lot of downtime in this movie that I sort of get a little bored with. I think this movie's a little long. I feel like there's a good 20 minutes that could be cut out of the film and just tighten it up and make it a little bit shorter. I know I'm gonna get some hate for that, but I have to be me and I have to tell you how I feel. And I feel like if this was a shorter movie, I would love it a lot more. But when the anything involving the actual shark attacking people, I loved. And the picture quality is actually really good. I wanted to get the digibook, and when I went at the time to get it, they didn't have it, so I had to get this this 100 years Universal packaging. It's cool. I'm not saying that I don't like the movie. I like the movie a lot. I just feel like if it was a little bit shorter, cut out a little bit of the fat, it would probably be my top 5 movies of all time. But this next one, childhood classic. Love this movie. Had to get it. Adventures in Babysitting. Picture quality's good. I just wish they would throw in a feature here or there. It's the 25th anniversary edition, and there's not a single thing on it. I mean, come on. What's the point? I love this movie too. It's just such a great movie. I would have loved to have seen like a reunion of the cast talking about the film, but no. This next one was actually really, really funny, but it's not the type of movie I would watch over and over again, and it's The Dictator. I don't really care for Sacha Baron Cohen movies all that much. All his movies are kind of like watch once type, but this is probably the one I would watch the most, more than once. This one probably has the best replay value for me. And I remember the picture quality being amazing with this. So, but there are some laugh out loud moments in that movie that are just hysterical. This next one, another one I have to upgrade to because I love this movie. School of Rock, amazing. It's just one of those inspirational, feel-good movies. Love it. Probably my favorite Jack Black movie ever. Because I don't really like that many of his movies, but this one is amazing. Picture quality was really good too. This next one I'm actually probably going to get rid of very shortly. I bought it for my fiance, but we're not going to watch this again. I know I'm not. And it's The Lucky One. It's, if you like The Notebook, you'll dig this movie. If you like any movies similar to The Notebook, you'll like it. Very predictable. Just okay. I like Zac Efron, but I would like to see him do something other than a chick flick. I mean, come on, dude. Do something. This next one, saw in the theater. I thought it would look amazing on Blu-ray, and it does, but it's still and it's super long. Battleship. I didn't think you could make a movie out of the game Battleship, but I guess you can. The aliens are a little weird looking. It's just so long, and for a movie about being on a ship and attacking, it was supposed to be other ships, but really it's aliens. I found it to be kind of boring, to be honest. And the acting, I shouldn't even say the acting, but the casting in this movie Liam Neeson's in it for 5 minutes. Rihanna's horrible. You have half of the Friday Night Lights cast in this movie. I would rent it. I wouldn't recommend buying it. This next one, for a chick flick, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And it's what to expect when you're expecting. This is definitely one of the better chick flicks. An amazing cast. I was gonna say the female casting in this movie is really good. I love the female ensemble, but the guys are great too. They have a whole little guy, the whole father taking care of the kids group. I love that. Wish there was more of that, but also the girls in this movie are great. I mean, you have Cameron Diaz, Elizabeth Banks, who is awesome, Rebel Wilson, Brooklyn Decker, you got what's her face, Anna Kendrick. Great cast. Definitely check this one if you're looking for like a cool chick flick that's a little bit different. And finally, I had high hopes for this one. I was really looking forward to it. It was kind of depressing in parts. It was a little long, and it's the 5-year engagement. Got to give a shout out to H-Dog because his girl is in this. Emily Blunt. It ran a little long. Like I said, it got a little depressing, and I don't know if this was a Judd Apatow movie, but it kind of felt like a Judd Apatow movie. But it was pretty okay. All right, okay, it's a Judd Apatow movie. But not one of his better ones, even though he didn't direct it. Not one of his better ones, but still, it was fun. I do like these four. I think that's a cool cast. But I was hoping it would be a lot funnier. I was hoping to laugh out loud more, and I didn't, but what can you do? Anyways, guys, that's part 3. Hopefully you enjoyed. Part 4 will be coming soon, a lot sooner than the last part. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and see you next time.